Sometimes, late at night, when the house is quiet and the clock sounds louder than it should, I catch myself thinking about when it all changed. Not all at once. Not with a single moment you can point to. Just slowly enough that you don't notice until one day you're standing in the middle of things and realizing you don't quite know where you are anymore. I don't think the world is wrong. I just think it forgot people like me. I remember when life felt slower, not easier, exactly, just clearer. You woke up, you knew what the day asked of you. Conversations had space. Silences weren't awkward. If you didn't know something, you learned it over time, usually from another person sitting right in front of you. There was a rhythm to it all, a pace that let you keep up without running. Back then, change still happened. Of course it did, but it waited for you. It gave you time to catch your breath. Now it feels like everything moves ahead without checking if anyone's still following. I listen to people talk, sometimes at the store, on the television, even at family gatherings, and I recognize the words, but not always the meaning. Phrases come and go. Ideas move fast. Jokes pass by before I can tell if I'm meant to laugh, and I nod along, because nodding feels safer than asking someone to explain something that already feels obvious to them. There's a quiet fear in that. The fear of sounding outdated. The fear of becoming the person people have to slow down for. Technology especially. It's impressive, truly. I can see how useful it is, how much it connects people, how many doors it opens. I don't resent it. I just don't always understand it. The screens speak quickly. The buttons change places. Updates arrive before I've learned the last version. I'm still here, but everything speaks a language I'm learning too late. And no one says that out loud, but you can feel it in the way conversations continue without pausing, in the way instructions assume you already know, in the way help comes with a hint of surprise as if they didn't expect you to ask. Progress feels fast when you're standing still. There are moments it catches me off guard, standing in line, holding a phone I barely use, sitting at a table where everyone's eyes drift down to glowing screens, hearing laughter sparked by something I didn't see. It's not that I'm excluded, no one is pushing me away. It's more like the world stepped forward and I hesitated, and now there's a gap I don't know how to cross. That gap can feel lonely. Not dramatic, not tragic, just quiet. Sometimes I wonder if I waited too long to adapt, or if I adapted as much as I could. I ask myself whether this feeling is my fault, whether I should have tried harder, learned faster, stayed sharper. And maybe there's some truth in that. I'm humble enough to admit I don't have all the answers anymore. But I also know this: I didn't stop caring. I didn't stop paying attention. I didn't disappear on purpose. I still wake up with thoughts. I still notice small things. The way light settles in the room in the early morning. The sound of footsteps outside. The comfort of familiar routines. I still feel gratitude. I still feel confusion. I still feel hope, even if it's quieter now. I don't want to go backward. I'm not asking for that. I don't believe the past was perfect, and I know every generation has its moment of feeling out of step. I just wish there were more room to exist without having to keep up all the time. Room to ask questions slowly. Room to learn without embarrassment. room to be older without feeling obsolete. Maybe this is just part of living long enough to see the world reinvent itself again and again. Maybe understanding isn't the goal anymore. Maybe presence is. Being here, watching, listening, accepting that not everything is meant to make sense to you forever. Still, I wonder, in a world that moves so quickly forward, how do we make space for the people who are still standing, quietly trying to understand where they fit now?